Hello and welcome to that Peter Crouch podcast. This is the Friday edition with me, Peter Crouch. Got Chris Stark and the notorious SID alongside me. And yes, obviously we are in a different location. We are in the CHUMBAWAM-BAR, but it's at a refurb.
Yeah, love it.
What do you think of it, guys? Bit of memorabilia knocking about.
Big fan.
Yeah,
I've got
me kicking a chicken behind me,
Yeah.
kind of in a nod to Mike Dean. Few
You've got
shirts.
the back of your contract over there, Sids, in a frame.
Yeah,
The old drawing,
I like it.
Yeah, and listen, lads, feel free to bring anything in. You know what I mean? Like, if there's anything at home that you know, maybe a little picture of your kids or something.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah. But you know, like, it's just the workspace.
So basically, here's all my trophies and memorabilia, and you bring in a picture of your kids.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if you want to bring in something.
Maybe a pub. Whenever you've gone to a pub and gone like, oh, look, there's a picture of the kids there.
It's also a workplace. So what I'm saying is, it's like your office.
Yeah.
So if you do want to, if people do like to see their family when they're working,
it feels really strange because this sofa that I'm sitting on, we actually used to have one of these sofas in the Sidwell residence.
Really?
Yeah, it's not to my taste, but when I was a youngster, so yeah, it's.
Are you imagining what you've done on this sofa?
Fuck.
Well, no, I mean just what you've watched on telly or some of the conversations you
When you say the Sidwell residence, do you mean your residence, or do you mean growing up?
No, yeah, when I was growing up, yeah.
When you're growing up.
Oh, growing up.
Yeah, growing up.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I've just here when I was a youngster.
You'd have a potential lady round for the first time.
So no,
watching a movie or something.
No, yeah. Well,
The old arm round.
been around
The old.
Yeah, it brings back, it brings back the memories. So yeah, listen, I like it. I'm gonna. I'll have a little rummage around and see what I can bring in, spice it up.
Yeah,
spice it up.
It's one of those, isn't it? It's this is a podcast, but if you do want to have a look, it's on YouTube as well, so you can go give it a look. Make sure you hit subscribe.
Yeah, and we'll put a picture out on socials or something of the actual of the scene.
Maybe what we do every Friday, one of us brings something in to add to the CHUMBAWAM-BAR.
Good, yeah, like a little bit of a show and tell, like what have you brought in this week? Is there anything spring to mind while you?
Could bring in my manager's favourite award, which you boys quite successfully ripped the piss out of me for.
Token award.
You could also bring in your favourite pair of shin pads.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of thing.
Put them up.
So something with a story, we all
bring in, tell a story and keep it here.
Yeah,
and then it goes up.
Yeah, it goes up in the bar.
Okay.
Anything spring to mind for you, Sids?
Yeah, I've got a picture that I'm going to bring in.
Oh,
yeah, I've got a picture.
all right.
Be a good one. I'll bring it next week.
Say no more.
Lovely. Say no more.
Okay, that's exciting.
All right.
So yeah, we're in the CHUMBAWAM-BAR. It feels like we're back. We're settled. That's good news. But you look a little bit uncomfortable over there.
Yeah. I've had to pull out on the weekend. Injured.
Pull out what?
Being a pundit.
Yes.
I pulled out of West Ham Chelsea.
He's the first ever pundit to have to miss a game through injury.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be back strong in it.
Literally, it's the back that's done you in.
It's the back, yeah. So I basically went into spasm on kind of Thursday. Really, I thought it would just go, but moved into kind of Friday, got miles worse, and then I woke up Saturday morning, when you're just lying flat on the floor, couldn't move.
Was you Friday night? So this is before the the West Ham Chelsea game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So was you going to bed Friday night thinking, I'm touch and go for tomorrow? Or was you think I'll be all right tomorrow?
I thought I'd be okay, but no, I mean, I wasn't. It was much worse on Saturday morning. And fair play to Joe Cole, obviously, Jules, Lindsay, everyone involved, Lucy, Fletch, everyone there who did it, because they ended up covering it quite well, I thought.
Yeah.
I realised they actually don't do me.
You were fine at the... You're absolutely fine at the Wankdorf, though.
The Wankdorf, yeah, it's fine at the Wankdorf.
Maybe it was a bit too much.
Yeah.
That stadium.
Yeah, but what being at the Wankdorf?
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. Young Boys Villa. I wasn't at the Young Boys Villa. I was.
Okay.
I was at. I was at the Wankdorf.
Hold on a bit. Was you at the Wankdorf or was you at the Young Boys Villa?
It's a Wankdorf. I'm nowhere near the Wank Boys Villa. Young boys played Aston Villa in the Wankdorf.
Okay.
All right, should we move on?
No, because so what's the deal with your back? Are you going to be all right for this weekend's football?
Well, obviously we're recording this, slightly before, but on Thursday, which is yesterday, when this comes out, I was doing a Tottenham game, so hopefully I will have been back stronger already.
Tottenham in Europe, Carabao.
And if you're not at that game, that means right now, as you're listening to this, Peter Crouch is in a lot of pain.
Well, I'm in a lot of pain no matter what. I think on Thursday, I'm also supposed to be playing a paddle tournament on Friday and a golf trip on Sunday. So things need to move quick.
You've got a busy social life, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, how dare that hold me back, literally.
Yeah. Was there something that caused this bad back? Is there one particular moment?
There was a few things that have happened recently. I don't think cleaning out the garage helped. But also copious amounts of golf didn't help.
Yeah.
And a bit of travelling. Travelling it always isn't great for me. 6'7", I'm packed into planes and cars. It's not good for me.
Planes, trains,
automobiles. But you know what only too well said. You've had back issues.
Yeah, I did see him over the weekend, and he was in a bad way.
Yeah.
You've got this back thing as well, have you?
No. Just because obviously with the history of me and back surgery, and bits, I'm in a good place now. Touch wood. So
well, that's good news.
I'm.
Well,
if it helps, we can have you just lying down for this podcast. Or...
I might have to in a minute.
Okay,
I'm all right for now.
If you want to lie down on this couch and I'll sit there, I feel like we're doing therapy.
Yeah, it's true. But you know what? Like now I'm in this chair. Like you boys obviously on a couch and I'm on a chair next to you. I now do feel like a host.
Well, it's only taken 8 years of this?
Yeah. We've done this for 8 years or so. And I swear to you, I don't think I've ever felt like the host. I feel like I've just chatted with my mates, but now I feel like a young Terry Wogan or like a Jonathan Ross or something.
You're missing like a little, like a little whiskey glass or a cigar.
Can we sort that out, please, lads, for next week? Just a little whiskey. All right, moving on. You know what? It was another great game of Premier League football. I was gutted to miss the West Ham Chelsea game, I have to be honest, because I thought Chelsea looked good.
Yeah.
Nicholas Jackson. Do we need to be putting a little bit more respect on his name? I feel like
that's what fantasy football is suggesting at the moment.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got a stat for you here. He's scored more non-penalty goals since the start of last season. He scored more goals than Salah, Son, Havertz, Isak, and Solanke.
There you go. Yeah.
Which is mad to think because people, all of us really look at it going, it's just seemed like a bit of a circus at Chelsea, doesn't it? At the minute, like with what's going on, but really on the pitch, they're doing all right.
They played well, and I know West Ham have been disappointed recently, but I thought there was some really good performances from a lot of players there. Kind of settled back two, definitely. They look good. Nicholas Jackson, obviously Cole Palmer, always very good, but I thought there was some good performances all over the pitch.
Yeah.
Should we get on to the points then from where we're up to with everything?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've had a bad week, lads. I got absolutely no points. I'm banging trouble. And obviously, Sid, you're the big winner here. You got 3 points, right?
I got 3 points. I got the 1-1 Leicester versus Everton, but then the other two games was
firing blanks.
Yeah.
Chris, you only fired one blank.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Listen, a point per game that's quite solid. I've actually had, even though it was only 2 points, have actually had a good week. That if I can just consistently do that week in, week out.
If you can get 2 points every week, I think you're going to be there and thereabouts.
But I'm having a different season this season. You know, the help of the nation. It's been a total revolution to my game.
We've just obviously seen you flick through your phone there. Roughly, how many responses are you getting there?
It's increasing week on week, which really fills my heart with joy because what I get the impression of is people want to see you, Sid, but also I think mainly Crouchy, because he hasn't done one yet, do a forfeit so bad that hundreds of people are now DMing me score predictions because what we do is when we record this, I quickly take a picture of the games that we're going to do. So it's only a little thing that I pop on my stories that lasts maybe half an hour. And look, it's just hundreds of DMs. It's insane. It goes on and
amazing.
on and on. And I just want to thank everyone because what I do is I quickly go through as many of them as possible and just get a sort of rough reading on what most of the scores are. Then I make those my predictions. It's massively cheating is one view, but actually what I'm trying to do is democratize our predictions because you two should do better than me. You know, I do.
Yeah, well, the proof's in the pudding. You're top of the league now, and
with Sids.
yeah, and I'm struggling. So you're both on 14. I'm on 12 points.
Yeah.
I need to pull my finger out quickly because I don't want to do this forfeit. Just quickly, what did you make of the biggest game of the weekend? Obviously, Manchester City versus Arsenal. I thought it was a great game of football.
Do you know what? It's about time that this game, or like challenges, because like before games, you see players hugging, high fives, even like rivals. Now it feels like this next one is just going to be frosty. They're going to be, they're two title contenders.
Loved it.
Absolutely.
I felt like it set the tone when Havertz just shoulder barged Rodri in the first 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I thought that set the tone, and I thought, it had everything. I thought it had excitement, it had good quality football, it also had red cards, and it had fucking some serious shithousery. Serious shithousery.
Haaland was on one, wasn't he? He was in full wind-up mode. When they scored that equaliser, he lobbed the ball at someone's head.
Gabriel's back of his head.
I've luzzed it at his head.
Yeah, absolutely lashed it. His head
and then after the kick-off,
that was my favourite. That was my favourite thing I've seen, arguably, in the league this season.
Which was?
He just goes straight.
You got to see it from kick-off.
What? Which one?
So basically, they kick off, and Haaland just goes in a straight line, like a bull,
like
Havertz
forward.
Yeah, and just took him out. Yeah. Sorry, I do remember that bit.
It was so good to see because it just felt like it felt like to see that sort of physicality still in the game. But then sort of balanced out with that yellow card stuff. I
thought Arsenal were going to do it as well.
Do you think it's nonsense? These red cards that Arsenal are now picking up on.
Well, that's a blatant red card. I don't know what's going on. What is the issue with this? It was a complete he pulled him back, yellow, and then the second one he barged into him, another yellow, and then kicked the ball away, which is another yellow.
Did you think the barge was a yellow?
Yeah.
Good enough for a yellow?
Yeah.
Did you think so as well?
I did.
So I don't know what,
I did.
What do you want?
Just on the Arsenal goal, firstly, harsh on Kyle Walker, wasn't it? And considering that the referee called him over to speak to him, didn't let him get back into his position. Because if that was actually a keeper, they would actually let the goalkeeper get back into his position and then play the game. But secondly, the finish. Are we saying that was meant? Or do you think that was a cross?
Yeah, no, he's meant that.
Oh,
do you think that's a cross?
Oh, I think it's a cross.
No.
Do you reckon? Yeah.
No way.
Really?
I think he's bent that in the corner.
You reckon the man he's got that calibre, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is great.
No, I think the way he's lined up and he's whipped it, it's a cross.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
That didn't even enter my head.
Did it not?
No.
Okay. You?
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it, but you're right. Sort of the angle that he's taken on it. It's a hell of a shot.
It's
isn't it?
ridiculous.
Either way.
Do you know, pretty like when I scored my goal, right, for Stoke against Man City, that volley from outside the box, I had loads of people after that saying to me, did you trying to cross it? Some people, I swear to you, said to me, were you trying to cross it?
No.
I was like, when you pop it up and volley a crossing like that.
Yeah, no.
Like I was saying, you imbeciles. And it was winding me up. And it was winding me up so much because everyone was talking to me about it. So I was in Tesco's with Ab, and then someone would say, like, was it a cross, right? I'd just turn away. And then Abby would say, she was losing her head. Like, what she was going...
Even San Marino knows it's
San Marino
it's
kicked
not a
off,
cross.
mate. She was like, what do you think he was trying to do? So if you do see me when I'm with that, and you do say, "Was it a cross?" You might get both barrels.
So Pep didn't get a booking for the chair kicking thing.
No.
So the argument is, if that was Arteta, he would have got booked.
Do you reckon?
What do you reckon? Probably.
No, yeah, I reckon there's a possibility for that.
Well, because you're saying because it's the home stadium and the home manager.
Know.
No, I'm not saying it's just Pep, but it could be at any other stadium.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
They get benefit of the doubt.
I think so.
I always think about people like the stadium operations manager, for instance. Like, what do they think? I always think this with the groundsman when the players slide on their knees and the turf's completely bulldozed. I always think, fucking, I bet the groundsman's fuming with that. I was thinking that stadium, whoever deals with the benches.
You're right.
I've fucking got to replace that, haven't I?
And he's on the same team as Pep. If you think about it, because it's the home.
He should have gone over and 2-footed the away one.
Yeah.
That'd
Can you imagine that? Yeah, I mean, whilst we're talking about other jobs during that game, could it be argued that being the fourth official in that match is the worst job in football?
Tough job, mate. Tough job. I mean, everything. They were shithousing everywhere. Like Raya, the way he was getting the ball and just diving on the floor. Like how much cramp was going on. And, but the thing is with me is I've been there and I have played that way, for Stoke. And like we won 1-0 at the Etihad. Yeah. Were you there? Yeah, you were there that day. And Mamdouh ran away and scored. It was our only shot on target. And we just defended like it was a job. It was literally, we went to work that day and we just grafted, got throw-ins, tried to nick down we played it horribly and ended up coming away with 3 points. You can't go to Man City and play expansive football like with 10 men. They have to. I think the way they played it was exactly right, and they were that close to getting 3 points.
John Walters was king at that. Literally, just breaking momentum on stopping play, going down with cramp, going down injured. Just he was class. It wasn't. And he didn't give a crap.
But when you get on the bus afterwards, right? And I think it brings you together more. Yeah. That Arsenal team there, if they'd have got that 3 points, that would have really been, look at us. No one can penetrate us. We are a team, we're solid, we work for each other, and they were that far away from doing it. I commend that kind of play. And I know that people cane it. I think Bernardo Silva's come out and said it, and people are saying, at least Liverpool had a go. Like
use 10 men.
You got to win. Like to win titles, you have to do it by any means necessary. And you can't all be Man City every week. You can't play like that every week. You got to dig in sometimes and just get results over the line. And
totally
I genuinely enjoyed that performance. I did. And I, as much as I have no Arsenal connections whatsoever, I kind of wanted them to do it because I felt like it was an amazing performance. And City had loads of possession, but they didn't cut them open ever.
What about Grealish coming on though? The way he can affect a game is exciting to see, isn't it? Now he's back in the England team as well.
Yeah, I love Jack. He had a spell, didn't he, last season when he was playing really well. But he does fancy that Doku at the moment, doesn't he? Guardiola, he does like him, and he is sharp. Wow, he'd done some turnsails. Even Doku, he sent me.
He just waves his foot over the ball.
He jinked. Now even I went from the TV control. But Jack, he's like, if you've got someone that can come, especially in a game like that, when they're just sitting deep, and that's how the goal come, didn't it? He got the ball, he got into the box, pulled it back.
But I agreed with what they're saying. It was like the people with the most possession on the edge of the box that were trying to unlock things was Ruben Diaz and Akanji, Kyle Walker.
Yeah,
that's why they didn't take a centre half off and bring on, a midfielder or just put Foden in there. You still got Walker and Akanji if you take Ruben Diaz off.
Yeah.
Rather than...
Because they had no threat, did they?
They were taking pot shots. So if you're going to take pot shots from there, you need someone who's better at hitting 30-yarders.
Yeah.
It did feel feisty, didn't it? Felt at times like that's almost a derby game now. It feels like it's got that status that, say, United Liverpool had.
Yeah.
It's like age, Liverpool City, it used to be. And there's always been Arsenal, Man United. Those games that are just
it's gone missing for a bit, isn't it? It feels like this now, hopefully, is the one.
Yeah,
a few years.
Credit to Arsenal putting themselves in the mix for this. I mean, it's amazing what they've achieved.
So everyone's talking about City, Arsenal at the moment, but what about Liverpool? Because they are just going steady, aren't they? I think everyone's like focusing on Arsenal was only Man City's contenders, but Liverpool are still.
Nottingham Forest was obviously a difficult. Was they come unstuck, but like they look good. They look good again. I'm going to try and get up to a few games this season as well. I want to take my boys up there.
Get Diaz in the fantasy football if you haven't done that already.
Oh, but I had him from the start, to be fair.
Points ahoy. I had Jota.
How are you getting on with your fantasy?
Yeah, okay. I've had to make big changes because I needed to get Salah in as well. But that's the thing, when you start looking at the team and you suddenly realise it's a lot of Liverpool players that you're trying to get in, suggests that.
But you've also cheated on that, haven't you? Because you did the the free hit and all that, and that triple captain.
Why is that cheating?
Well,
That's
it's
literally the game.
Yeah, you have you basically just cheated early doors. It's like
I've played my triple captain already, yeah?
Triple captain.
But
And
you get the same triple captains as I
and a
do.
free hit. So what I'm
I've
saying
not
is
done the free hit
I
yet.
feel
I've only
like
done
the
the
league
triple captain.
table's line at the moment.
Sorry. Because I'm first.
No, because you've utilised those.
Where are you in that league?
Those options.
I know we're in several different ones.
Are you in the league? Have you got yourself in your own league?
Yeah. I think I'm slightly behind you. But obviously, when I cheat, then we'll
It's
be
not
up there.
cheat. That's literally the game. You can choose a captain.
You have gone early. It's a bit annoying that you went early.
It just feels like you've gone a bit early on it. No, because I think if you go in the first couple of weeks, then
that's like saying in Formula One, if you go for an early pit stop, you're cheating.
Basically, yeah, I agree with that. You are cheating.
You agree with that?
Well, it's just, I think you're admitting to the,
No, I'm not admitting to cheating
did.
at all. You're accusing. There's
you
a big difference.
You admitted that you picked the wrong team originally.
What? No, because I've not used my wild card yet. So what I've got is the same
Free
team.
hit. What's a free hit then?
Oh, but I've not used that yet.
I thought you did.
I've used the triple captain. So I've triple captain Haaland
So you only did
on
one.
the game that he got a hat trick. Like, I don't know, mate. Game's gone. But whilst we're flirting with other sports.
Bit of needle. It's like Arsenal, Man City, isn't it? Bit of needle.
Speaking of ding dongs, the boxing that was on Saturday night.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about that for a little bit, but the bit that really stuck with me, Daniel Dubois turns to the crowd. Are you not entertained?
Oh, yes. Incredible.
Everyone tagging Steve Sidwell in that.
Yeah. Unbelievable. He must be a fan of the pod.
He was basically, do you know what I like to imagine? He was looking down the camera and shouting it at you.
Yeah. He definitely listened to the pod. He also said redemption, which is what I took as back stronger.
Yeah.
Well, Frank Warren, obviously a big friend of the pod, he come on, I reckon he's whispering in his ear and he said, tell Sidders that he wasn't entertained.
I reckon what motivated him that evening, Frank Warren's been on the podcast, seen how we go, which, by the way, we need to talk about Lando Norris very briefly in a second, because this podcast has changed his career as well.
Also, this, can I just say that some of the things that have happened have been freaky, right? Lando Norris looks like he could win a world title, right?
Yeah.
Having us been down
Only
to
since
McLaren.
appearing on this podcast.
Yeah. Daniel Dubois, obviously, Frank Warren.
Yep.
Frank Warren comes on, has a quiet word with Daniel Dubois to say, look, if you're going to impress Steve Sidwell, because he wasn't even impressed by the Euros, like, you're going to have to do something unbelievable out there. He comes out, absolutely destroys Joshua, turns to a camera and shouts, "Are you not entertained?"
I think you're right.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, and there's another one, isn't there? Because obviously we went down to the BMW Wentworth Golf. Yeah. Billy Horsch will come on the pod, didn't he? Billy Horsch will come on the pod. He goes and wins it. Yeah, that's right. Like, it was on the podcast this Wednesday, obviously the BMW Wentworth chat that we had, and you missed it, Chris.
Well, we need to start really highlighting this because we could get some real big coups to come on because we make things happen.
Exactly right. Who's the guy now? Draper in the US Open obviously went quite far, Like, if he wants to win Wimbledon, come on the pod.
We're quite lucky. It's almost like we have there's some sort of, I don't know, what's it called? Is it the Blarney Stone? Like, it feels like if you touch us, we you win.
Come and touch us.
Well, but not just come chill out. Like,
just come and chill out. You know what
I mean? Like, just come on the podcast.
I wonder who would really want.
I'm trying to think.
Arteta wants to win the league, he needs to come on the sofa.
Do you know what? I reckon.
I don't mean come on the sofa. I mean,
I reckon you could persuade Arteta, because he's a big believer in all the, light bulbs and everything like that. He would parade the whole team and sit them down there if he thought.
But isn't this a good thing that we've got? People are winning when they come on here. Like Drake. Drake's got that thing where you touch them and you get injured, don't you? They get injured when they speak to Drake.
Yeah,
and we've got that thing where people win. They come on and they win.
If he has a bet on them, doesn't he? They always lose.
Yeah,
as well.
Well, we're the opposite. We're the anti-Drake.
Yeah,
anti-Drake.
It's like we're just, we have the opposite effect.
Yeah. All right. Come on. Mikhail, you know where we are. Right, let's move on, lads. Just touched on the fantasy football. I've got to mention Ed Brown and Lewis Bowness, top of the table with 420 points. Sam Hall is near there as well. He's up there at third place, 418. Just some of the names here. Laura Watson's got How I Met Your Matter. Hippoclopamus, Sam Bergin. No slot shaming.
That's good.
That's Rimola. No slot shaming. Balio Teletubbies, Ben Keeling. Quite like that. Right, let's get straight into this is the big weekend fixture supported by Paddy Power. This is United versus Spurs. United here are marginal favourites at Old Trafford, 29 to 20, yeah. £10 gives you 24.50 back. Spurs, a tenner will get you 26 back, so it's not a lot in it. Both teams to score and United to win, 13 to 5. 2-2. That was the same as last time out at Old Trafford. That's 17 to 2. 10 extra 95. What do you fancy? Are you enjoying United at the moment? I think it's slightly better, although they drew at Palace.
Yeah, it's slowly getting better, isn't it? Slowly.
Were you surprised at them dropping Rashford?
Yeah, I was going to ask, what's your take on that? Because he's been all right of late.
I mean, I agree with what Jamie Redknapp said in the week. If you've got a striker that's a little bit like finding his feet, trying to get back to scoring ways, and he's banging 2 in midweek, then you got to play him again.
Play him, mate. I know what I was like. If I scored a couple of goals, I remember going away with England. I think I scored like a load of goals for Liverpool, went away and scored in both games for England. I came back and Rafa benched me for like 3 games. I was like chomping at the bit going.
Did he say why?
He said something like, I don't want you kind of getting carried away. It's like, I need almost like to slow down,
That's
you
such
down.
an odd mentality.
You want you to get
Yeah, I cannot get made around that. And I think if I was the type of person to get carried away with myself, then I get it. But I literally am not that person at all. And I don't understand why he kind of stopped me when I don't get it. And
Even with hindsight.
Yeah, I've never understood it. Like, I'm on fire, play me, please. Yeah. And the same with Rashford. I was like, he scored 2 in the demolition. They played really well. Scored at Southampton. He's worked so hard. He had 12 games without scoring, didn't he? He's worked so hard to get in this kind of vein of form, and then he gets halted for him. I found it really strange.
So what's the other view, do you think? What's being devil's advocate
rotation?
Do you reckon?
And Garnaccio's a top player, isn't he?
Well, he come out and said that he's really happy with him. Rashford, he's really happy where he's at in training. He's looking good. He just needs to convert it into the games. But he said there's not that he would come out and say that there is stuff, but certainly where he was at last year in terms of what he was doing off the pitch with Marcus Rashford, he seems like he's on it now. And like you said, just start playing him as a striker. He scored 2, keep him going. But
Hoyler's back as well. I think that's big for United. Spurs looked good.
Yeah.
I said it's a difficult one with Spurs. You don't really know what you're going to get, but Maddison looks sharp. Solanke's off the mark. Mm-hmm. That's important.
I think I was stumped on this one a little bit. I'm trying to see what I've gone for. Yeah, I've written a couple of results down there.
Right. Chris, do you want to go first?
Go on then, I'll kick it off. So give a couple of shout outs on Instagram because we always do this, right? A few people who are currently in the DMs here. Hello, Stanley Hickey, Sam Davis, George Johnson, Danny O'Connor, Nathan McCormack, Dean Coulson, River Gordon. That's the best name so far. Yeah. Thank you for there's hundreds there, but thank you so much for helping with the scores for me. Most people have gone, so I'm going to go this way as well. I'm going to go a 2-2 draw.
That's what I wrote.
Have you?
That's what I wrote.
That's okay.
Same as last year. Same as last season.
What money do you get on that then?
That was 70 to 2. Feel like we should have a tenner on it, mate.
Blimey. A lot of people saying that. A lot of people thinking that.
Really? I can't believe I put that as well.
I put 1-1 in brackets secondly, but I've actually gone for Spurs win.
Really?
Yeah, it's interesting you've gone for a draw. Well, I mean, I've got a Spurs win. I've gone 2-1 Spurs.
Yeah.
It's your guys. It's what you.
Well, no, I don't mind. Look,
I quite like 2-2.
Same score. Yeah, no.
It's all right. I'm comfortable having the same score.
Okay.
Same.
Don't want to lose any ground.
Okay.
All right, let's go with that.
Look, he's judging. What you don't like is the sports element of our own internal competition, right?
I love it.
You'd prefer it if we all have different scores. That's the ideal scenario here, right? But
Would you want me to change it?
no,
I
don't think we
Keep
should.
2-2.
My thing
Keep
here
please.
with this is about adding up points. Like, with all due respect,
just
back in
about-
the day, I
let's
would have
be
gone,
honest.
I'll go 6-0 Tottenham.
That cost you, didn't it?
And it cost me. Then you're dancing with cheerleaders on stage.
I don't think it's got any chance of being 2-2.
Do you not?
No, I think you two are miles off.
That's the quote.
Right, so this part here is Paddy's Boost. We pick a leg of the Crouch Pod Bet Builder. The odds on that bet builder will then be boosted by 20% and put on the special section of the website or app. Obviously, we picked something that we fancy from this game. I'm going to go with player to be carded in this one, Romero. He's a banker, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm going to go for a player to be fouled one or more times. I'm going to go for Garnacho.
Yeah, I like that.
You can see the
Ball carrier.
can see that.
All right, and I'll go player to score or assist, and then I'm going to go Fernandez.
Makes perfect sense. Odds are correct at time of recording. Please gamble responsibly. Another big game here, lads. Newcastle versus Manchester City.
Well, all tough, these games.
Very interesting. Newcastle started strongly.
They have been good.
You accumulated 3 wins from 5. But all those successes have been by a single goal.
And they have actually had to come from a goal behind on
Yes.
them wins as well. So they are a little bit slippery when in the defensive mode.
City are flying, let's be honest, right? And Haaland it's quite ridiculous what he's achieving. I loved, the Arsenal game. I know we discussed the Arsenal games to death, but the run, like when he runs through like that goal. Obviously, the run was amazing, but then he just checks, doesn't he? It's like he knows he's going offside, but like to do that, to check and then still stay ahead of Gabriel and Saliba, who are very quick, just shows how actually rapid he is.
But the instinct on that finish as well, that was the other thing.
Animal.
It's sort of just like, keeper hasn't even gone down in the time. He seems to be able to hit it in a way where it's just sort of, you can't read it. It's a head. It just
happens
sort of
so
just
fast.
poke it. It goes so quick.
Every kind of finish, isn't it? It's got like, as you say, he's just relentless in every kind of way that he does it.
I love watching him play. I really love watching him play. Everything about his game I love. Like, it's difficult as well to stay out of the game sometimes. That is a hard skill as a forward.
What do you mean by that?
Like, stay out of the games, like stay high, don't come deep and try and get involved. Because sometimes you can be like a lot of minutes without touching the ball. Quite often you come towards the ball. It's a skill to be able to not want to get involved. And he's got that. That's something I had to develop from a young age. I always wanted to get on the ball. So
I really noticed with this game as well how much he sort of laughs throughout it. He seems to really enjoy it. So relaxed that he's... I don't know. I've never really picked up on that before.
He's the best about for me. I love watching him play.
Yeah.
I love it.
What was that stat? Was it like he's scored 100 goals in like 102 games?
Yeah.
Mad.
Around that, yeah.
I think this is a tough game. I say this is a close one to call, but my scoreline or my score prediction doesn't reflect that. So do you want me to
Yes, go for it.
kick it off? I've gone for a 3-0 Man City.
Have you? I've gone 3-1. Have you gone 3-1 as well? Have you actually?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, well, you two got to keep it. It's never going to be 3-1. It's never going to be 3-1.
And what if you got 3-0?
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah.
See, I don't know what direction I would move that in really.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go 2-0. I'll change mine. I'll go 2-0.
You don't need to. You haven't got the same as me. Like me and Chris are the same.
Yeah, but you might want to just, instead of it being 3-1,
What,
you
I
might
go
go 3-0.
3-0 then. Yeah, go on. Right. Are you actually?
I'll go 2-0.
All right.
All right, if he does 2-0, I'll go.
All right, can I stick on 3-1 then? I'll be honest with you. When you're bottom of the league, you do need these leg ups sometimes. I'm going to go with 3-1. All right, let's move on, guys. Chelsea Brighton. Thoughts, please.
Oh,
I think this could be a good game.
It's another tough one.
I thought Chelsea, like as much as stickers I've given them over the course of the season, like with the way they're purchasing players and getting rid of players, I don't agree with it. But having said that, their squad is good, and when it comes together, like I feel like it has, and I think actually Maresca's the way he's gone about it is actually, no, here's my squad.
Yeah.
and they're not in it.
So, but I wonder how he's doing that, because we've been in day-to-day environments, and is he literally just saying, we're in at 11, you're in at 2?
Bomb
or
squad,
is
yeah.
it literally, we're all at the same time, you're on the over pitches over there? Because whatever he's doing, he's got to keep doing it, surely.
Yeah. No, definitely right. No, I thought, I know West Ham are struggling at the moment, but he's still got to go there and beat it. And I think Nicholas Jackson looks good, and they look a different side to the start of the season, definitely.
Well, you wonder. You say you wonder how, but I got tagged in a post of Enzo Fernandez doing a barbecue for all his teammates.
The BBQC, is he?
I do wonder if you see that sort of thing happening, it shows that they're clearly bonding. I mean, the fat Enzo Fernandez can get what looks like the first team round for a barbecue, yet neither of you two will come round mine for one. Speaks volumes.
Are you saying there's fractures in there?
I'm just saying, like, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Well,
We can't say
all I
it's
can say to
fractious
that
at Chelsea,
is-
and then neither of you two come round for my barbecue.
So this was Enzo, yeah? He's Argentinian.
Yeah, he's got a grill with his name on.
Well, he's Argentinian. I'd imagine he can grill up a good barbecue. I mean, I'd definitely go round to his.
But I think it's a good sign. It looks like they are actually all bonding, and it's barbecue that's bringing them together. Right?
Yeah, maybe, but like I don't know, like it's part of their DNA. I think sometimes, like,
Well, barbecuing.
yeah.
Yeah, but my point is the team don't have to come round.
It
Let's
depends.
be honest.
Are they going
Enzo
to be there for
Fernandez
hours?
is a barbecue C, right? And he's gone and sent a text out. He's gone and said, right, barbecue at mine. If you received a text from your teammates saying, I'm having a barbecue, and let's say you're like, it shows they all want to be there.
Yeah,
Well,
but
why don't you just throw this? Why don't you just throw then one into our group and just say, just surprise us, boys.
I'd love to-
I'm
Chris,
having
I'd
a
love to-
barbecue. I'm having a barbecue
Chris, I'd
on
love to
so
come
and
round
so and
to
so. And if we air it, we air it. And
Chris, I would love to come round to yours. My issue is I don't want to be stood around waiting for for you to low and slow it.
All right. Well, I live a bit away from you boys, so I know you won't come round my house. So what?
Listen,
Oh, we
I'm more
will.
than
We
happy to
will.
come.
100% we will.
more than happy to come round there.
Change my mind. It's
Listen.
not. I don't like.
All right,
I
fine. Well, that's interesting.
I
So
actually
in the
love
next
a
2
barbecue.
weeks, I'm going to send a text into the WhatsApp group, and it's just going to say barbecue at mine, date and time, and let's see who turns up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm busy.
Either
that
way,
day,
I'll
though.
be there.
I am busy that
Shit, what can I say?
You're too nice, Steve. You'll come along, wouldn't you,
You
mate?
said I'm not nice.
I'm saying-
I think this could be the problem at Chelsea, if I'm honest, because I didn't see Cole Palmer and like Reece James there. I think they think they're barbecue seats.
It's true. The ones that aren't there.
Well, I'm saying, you know what I mean? There's a few that aren't there. What I'm saying is, ones that aren't there are barbecue seeing them off behind their back.
Maybe that's why it's working.
Yeah. I don't know, but hopefully I'm wrong.
Okay.
Scores, please, gentlemen.
Go on,
No,
I'll let you
sorry.
boys go. 'cause
Sorry.
I went first.
We haven't talked about Brighton, have we? Much.
Was João Pedro injured? Is he? This is the problem.
He's just come back, isn't he? So he
not
was,
sure
he
if
was on
he's-
the bench, wasn't he, on the weekend against
he got
Forest?
clattered again, didn't he? It was.
Yeah. I think, listen, I enjoy watching Brighton.
I love watching the front four.
Hey,
Yeah.
Welbeck's come good for them, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look good, honestly, like Matoma. The front four in general, João Pedro,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exciting
it's
there.
positive. I like it. I like what's going on down there.
Are you involved there?
No. I just go down every time to time, watch them train, go down and see the academy. It's a nice club to
It feels
reach
it.
out and go into.
I think right now it's good times being a Brighton fan, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
100%.
a good place. It's nice. Hey,
Brighton.
I'm entertained. I'm entertained with a night out in Brighton.
I'm entertained doing that as well.
Right, go on in, scores.
All right. I'm going to go first. My score was, I feel like Chelsea are riding the crest of the wave. I think they win 3-1.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think they score
I've got
goals.
Chelsea win 3-2.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think there's goals in this. So you've gone 3-2
I
Chelsea.
think it's gonna be a hell of a game.
You've gone 3-1.
3-1.
Chelsea. Okay. I actually fancy Chelsea as well, and I'm going to go, but I fancy Brighton to score as well. So I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
All right, lovely. Steve Sidwell, are you not entertained? Hi, Peter. This is my son nearly killing me with a golf ball. Lisa.
Right, okay, so I got the video. This is from Lisa. This is from Lisa, yeah? And this is her son nearly killing her with a golf ball. Okay?
Good evening. We're currently on the comment. Callum's hit with your golf ball. Oh my God! Callum! He nearly took my head off, hitting the tree. Oh my giddy old. I don't know if I'm safe here, guys. Blimey.
Oh, my God.
Who's she talking to?
Oh, wow. She's on just doing a camera.
So she's doing a selfie video.
Is she a vlogger or something?
So hold on a minute. So she's about... I'm sure we're going to show this, yeah? So, she's obviously about, I don't know, 20, 30 yards in front to the left, and he's basically shanked one. He's hostled one into the...
Absolutely no foreshout whatsoever.
Can we just watch this again? Because this is...
Good evening. We're currently on the comment. Callum's hit with your golf ball.
What is she doing?
My
What I want to know
goodness,
is this lady got a YouTube channel?
That's what I was wondering, yeah. Or is she doing the coverage from the golf course or something?
I have no idea, but she's really relaxed of nearly getting...
Well, that was close. That was close.
I feel bad for Lisa there, but the sort of the number one rule of, I guess, vlogging would be don't stand in front of someone taking a golf shot.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is the short and sweet one. This one, lads. I'm not entertained by that. I'm not entertained.
And that's no disrespect to Lisa there.
No.
It's more we don't want to see you get hurt, Lisa.
Yeah, I mean, I'm purely not entertained because obviously the young kid's hostled one is, no one wants to see that. No one wants to see the shanks on the golf course.
Twice you've said hostled. I've never heard this word, but it's a brilliant word.
Yeah. It's another way of saying the S word because not many people like hearing the S word because it's
hostled.
Like,
Is that a word? That's
the hosel is the bar at the club. It goes down the shaft, and down the bottom's the hosel. When you hit the hosel, that's when it shanks right.
Well, maybe this is what we need to do with the next round of Susie Dent, where we had her on the Friday pod. So it's not just football terms. We broaden out to shanked, hosel.
Right. So you note that down, lads. We're going to ask Susie Dent what hosel, shank means.
Get the official definitions for some of these.
All right, brilliant.
But I wasn't. Sorry, I think that's the general consensus there. I wasn't entertained.
Apologies, Lisa. It takes a lot for Steve to be entertained, and he wasn't this time.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Thumb down. There's a shirt here. I can't quite make what that says.
Ed Sheeran on a Birmingham shirt.
Right, so it's a number 17. It's a Birmingham shirt. We can just barely see it. He's in a playground. He's strolling along with his flip-flops on with Egg Sheeran 17. Any idea why?
I don't know where to go for that.
Maybe his mates call him that. Maybe he's got a bald head. I can't quite see if he's got a bald head.
No, he's got hair in it.
He has.
I think his mate has just come off the golf course as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Can I just very quickly on the golf, because after we did the podcast, we went and recorded the thing at the Wentworth. I ended up watching all the coverage the weekend, which again was brilliant.
Yep.
Everyone who goes and watches the golf, this is a new thing for me because I never really honed in on this before, goes as if they're about to play golf.
Yeah.
Well, some do and some don't.
We discussed this, didn't we? I thought we discussed this.
Okay, but I hadn't noticed this before. I just saw people in the crowd. I never really...
It's full kit.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
Yeah, some do.
Yeah, well, a lot
golf
of them do.
shoes as well.
Well, I mean, we was, to be fair, in
We
full,
were.
full
Yeah,
attire
we
as
were,
well.
yeah. We were, yeah.
But, it was for different reasons. But yeah, some people genuinely go with and take their golf shoe and spikes and they walk that course behind the ropes. And
I'm not against it.
Very funny though, isn't it?
It's kind of weird when you look at it objectively.
parched, isn't it? It's a bit.
Parched.
It is a bit.
Yeah. Like with your tightest cap on and stuff like that.
Especially when you're all one brand as well.
It is a strange one, yeah.
Go
Like
with a cap and a jumper and like shorts, but you can't go in a cap like a proper golf polo top and golf shorts.
People do though, mate.
Do you know it?
They love it, don't they? All right. Well, listen, we've got a bit of trivia as well. We do this every week. Last week's trivia, which manager has taken charge of the most Premier League games? Obviously, Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson or Harry Redknapp. I would have guessed Sir Alex Ferguson, would you?
Yes, I did, yeah.
And obviously the answer was Arsene Wenger, 828 games. I didn't know he did more than Ferguson. That's a massive stint. Ferguson's on 810.
Really?
So it's not many more, but still.
800.
For Wenger to come in and take charge of that many games, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, you forget how long he was there. It was like 96 to 2000 and had a good stint, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
Okay.
All right. This week's trivia. There's been 2 World Cup trophies. What was the name of the first?
Well, it's in the song, isn't it? I think this is
Still gleaming, isn't it?
This is what I mean. Yeah, I think
Really, really gleaming.
I don't actually know the name of the second, which feels like a harder question.
No, we're talking.
Now we
Do you know
are.
what I mean? Like, because
Maybe we should flip the question.
So let's flip it, right? Jules Rimet, right?
yeah,
The original.
Yeah.
So what's the new one called?
what's the one we actually use now and try and win?
Right, there you go. It might be obvious, but at the moment to us is...
Is it really
I honestly
obvious?
don't know.
I don't know.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
All right, well, listen, stay tuned for more of this next week.